LSD and window pane, mushrooms way back in my early 20s. But in reality, I learned that I can have that awareness without taking anything because it's me that I'm talking about in the first place. What am I trying to do with giving myself a buzz? And I am the buzz. So it's like, when you get too pulled apart, you sometimes can take something, pull yourself kind of together and relax and stuff, but you can do the same thing by just sitting down and stop thinking. Just be. Just allow that current to be, just be the current. Be the prana, be the life force, whatever you want to call it. But realize that the infinite, to experience the infinite, if you want to know what the infinite is like, and you want to experience the infinite, you can only do it if you become it. You can't experience the infinite. You can't experience God if you can't become it. The mind is no way can wrap around the infinite. It's finite. So you can't mentally conceive the infinite. And the infinite can't see itself. So that tells you that everything is in the present moment. And you see that when you enter into these higher worlds of pure consciousness. There's no you, me, there's no it over there. There's no more duality. It just is. And then you realize why there is creation. But it's powerful. But it, again, is an extreme long state of experience.
Thank you.
And you're the only rocker that can rock that rock.
And actually, I find that when you're on a fruit-based diet, life is already a little bit trippy, let's say. You're more connected. You already have this kind of experience on maybe a microdose on a daily level.
Well, go back again. If we got to bring it down to a physical science, Yale just found that the body converts glucose to fructose. Why convert an inferior simple sugar, which blows me away because a friend of mine is an A&P professor of 25 years, and we're always talking about this stuff, and I'm going, how can the body convert an inferior simple sugar like glucose that needs insulin? And in A&P, in physiology, of course, she teaches that the brain doesn't uptake insulin. I said, do you ever wonder why? I said, because the brain doesn't use glucose. It uses fructose. So neurons need fruit, and that's why you feel that upliftment when you're having it. That's why nerves can rebuild themselves. Neuropathies, all of this stuff start going away when you start enhancing the nerve function. And, of course, the adrenals and neurotransmitters, and you get into that side of it, too. So it's just learning a little bit about the body, how simple it is, how fun it is to play it and rebuild it because you feel so good. And there's only one individual that benefits from that, and that's you. Doesn't matter. Practice, experiment it. Try a month of just all raw foods with vegetable lunch with that, fruit in the morning, fruit, and then try another month, leave the vegetables off and see where it gets you. Now, keep in mind, if you got congestion in your sinuses, it's going to want to come out. If you got congestion in your lungs, you're going to be sucking it out. And you can see mucus in your stools, mucus in your urine. You're going to see the body eliminating that which has been holding. You might have some symptoms, but all in all, fun journey.
Thank you. Talking about fun journeys, you've mentioned quite a bit your experience with astral traveling and out-of-body experiences. I'd love to ask you, why would one want to have more of these? And do you have any strategies, techniques to get into them?
I remember early on, I was reading some of the Paul Twitchell's work, and he was saying that, men don't dream in color. And I'm going, I think I do dream in color. I'm a little farm boy. I mean, we work. My family is a workaholic. So all we did was work. And so I got to thinking, you know what? Maybe we don't. Well, that night I was working with one neck master. Oh, he took me to, it was in the astral world is your color world, let me tell you. I learned about the 1,000-petal lotus, and then when I were able to take my students to the 1,000-petal lotus, that's the top of the astral world. You'll see more colors than you can even comprehend. But the power of these colors, but cities are made from jewels. Trees are emanating jewel colors. It's like, they don't look like here. They look like jewels growing out of the ground. I mean, it's like, and the cities are just jeweled in so many ways. I can't even begin to tell you. And it's just like, and we were hovering. He was taking me over this landscape, and all I was like, wham, 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 wham. And from then on, color. So, you
Okay,
can
sounds exciting. So I'm sold on the why. Now, how about the how?
at night lay down on the bed. Just lay down. You don't have to be in any particular position, but you want to be in a position that you can totally relax. And I mean totally. And then you want to picture yourself up on the ceiling looking down at yourself. Just lay there and keep relaxing, but at the same time, look just like you're having an imagination. Have your imagination like you're up at the top of the ceiling looking down. Or if you like the beach, if you like the woods, just keep totally relaxed and put yourself there. Feel yourself walking down the beach. Smell the fresh sea air. Listen to the seagulls. Look at the sand. And pretty soon you'll pop out and be there. The more you can let go of your physical structure, then you'll be able to move yourself anywhere you really want to go. And if you got spiritual guides, they'll come and help you. And then, all that, you'll know where to go, that sort of thing. But there's all
Exciting.
kinds
Thank you.
of techniques. Now, you can sit here and expand. You can sit right where you're at and look anywhere you want. I mean, that's the beauty of consciousness. And you can talk. I'm sitting here in a major buzz talking to you. I'm just in the now. But I see beings that are visiting us, listening to us right now. I see a lot of things go around. And you just have to, you always are you're like the watcher at the threshold. You're the watcher. You're the observer as your bodies are experiencing. Then you can control things better. But when you're a lack of that, then your mind controls your thoughts, control you, and not every thought is yours. Don't be, you have, and I was going to bring this up when you were talking earlier. One thing that one has to be careful about is opening themselves up psychically. Right now, you have a lot of beings willing to sit in on you. And you might think I'm crazy, but you've got a lot going on. And every time I mention one, people freak out. But we are invaded with a couple of species that can sit on you and you don't even know it. So you really got to be really more aware now of yourself and that which is within you.
Thank you. And I think that's very relevant in the context, especially as we mentioned plant medicines. I think that can be a risk with it. So I like that you bring that too. And as we're approaching towards more the end of our podcast, Dr. Morse, I'd like to orient the remaining of our conversation towards purpose and leaving a legacy. Because many of us light bearers, we're here on Earth also for a purpose. It's amazing that we are consciousness and we can explore traveling and being around. But right now, we're also incarnated in a body on that planet Earth. And many of us, we came here to create what we call the new Earth, an Earth that's more in harmony with each other, with nature, with animals, with consciousness itself. And as part of it, I think it's really important that, yes, we have consciousness experiences, but also that we be here and do what we came here to do in the first place. I'll have a little parenthesis on this. For me, part of that job in a way and work is through a podcast like this. And I'm actually coaching people on starting a podcast. So if people are interested, if they feel like it's part of their purpose on Earth to share those amazing messages, and you want a bit of support on starting your podcast, YouTube channel, you can check in the description and reach out to me, and I'd be happy to start a conversation on this. And actually,
You just said it yourself. And the very name that you go by, you're the light givers. I mean, you're here to expose truth so that each individual can either grab it for themselves or not. You can't make people do things. But if you're an individual and you like the message, it can take you into worlds and worlds beyond. But some people are not ready for that message. I have people that come in to me clinically for, let's say, a gallbladder problem or a liver, whatever. And then they may go on the fruit for a month or something, feel a little better, and then they don't come back anymore. A few years later, they come back and go, oh, yeah, I was trying to save my wife. They took it out. So sometimes it takes, and it might not even be in this lifetime again. just remember that when you part truth to consciousness, it will remember it.
Mm.
It will, even in another lifetime. I talk to so many beings. I know they're not going to take it on this lifetime, but I know next lifetime or so they will. So it's like the Johnny Appleseed consciousness. You're helping to elevate the awareness of all these beings that don't know where they're at either. So you guys are doing really great work, and I just, each and every one of you, once you get it, then what do you do with it? You give it, pass it on. You start working. I have my own school, and I've been teaching people for years how simple it is to help your mother, your brother, if they'll listen to you, your family or your friends. And this is how people get their own practices going. You don't have to have a doctorate degree to understand how you can cure everything. You don't have to spend years like that. It's simple, simple, simple. And once you learn it, man, you can help everybody get well. So at the same time, we have a student in Dubai, and there was a young girl. I don't know if she was Miss Dubai yet or whatever, but she was very young, very beautiful girl, head to toe psoriasis. At the same time, I've got a patient from the Philippines. She is young, head to toe psoriasis. And we put both of them up on, I put them up on YouTube to show you both of them. Both of them. The one that I had, is now Miss Philippines. She has nothing. She's as clean, as beautiful as you ever see, Miss Philippines. And I think that lady in Dubai, she was young. I think she was running for something. But anyway, just another clean this beautiful soul up. And, these kids have been suffering for years with skin problems and stuff. So many kids are. What system does the skin belong to? Your sewer system, your lymphatic system. And once you learn these things, it's simple, it's fun, and now you're empowered. When you know you're empowered, and no one can take you off of that because you know the truth. And that's where I think that man needs to go.
Love this.
What is the truth?
And one of the other amazing things with having a podcast